as much as it pains me, since I've gotten a new vehicle, my wife is going to make me sell this one. So it's easier to make a video to kind of talk about it, and that way maybe it'll answer a bunch of questions before. That way I don't get a bunch of them and answer the same question 10 or 12 times. So this is a 2012 Chevy Volt. It is an electric vehicle with extended range. It is not a plug-in hybrid like people think, and I can explain that difference to you as we walk around. There is some damage to the vehicle. Again, it's 2012. There's some paint spots there, various nicks. I think this is probably the worst one when it comes to paint. I washed it off, but bugs aren't necessarily the easiest to get off. There's some curb rash to this rim, and also I hit a curb in the winter time. I got kind of cut off by somebody and ended up hitting the curb. It doesn't affect the driving. It's no big deal. The interior is in pretty decent shape, especially for a 2012 and hauling kids. This is the gas, where you put gasoline in. That hint is the extended range for the electric vehicle part. The hatch is pretty roomy. The charger, the little 110 charger, you can store it here. To access your 12-volt battery, that runs your instruments and starts the car, is there. There's a little fuse panel back there as well. This car seats 4 people because of the battery runs along the tunnel, that middle tunnel of the car. This is where you'll plug it in to charge it. You can charge this on a 112 or a 120 or a 240 outlet, but it's a 4-seater car, and it functions really well. If you run out of charge, your battery never truly goes dead. It always keeps some charge in that main battery pack. When it does get to a certain point, the engine that is actually a generator will kick on and supply electricity to further power the car and keep it going. I drove this car I charged it up before we left. Well, we drove from here to Jacksonville, Florida, and only charged it when I was here, and then back without charging it. So you do not have to charge this vehicle every day like you would a full EV, which makes it advantageous to an EV in this area. The range on this thing varies. I've gotten pure electric, anywhere from 25 to 33 miles on a full charge. I drive back and forth to work from Cape Girardeau to Sykeston quite often, which is a 33-mile commute, and I don't put a lot of fuel in this thing in a month. And I drive back and forth all the time. I charge while I'm there, and I spend about $40 a month in gas, as opposed to when I drove my truck that I've gotten rid of. I've actually traded that truck in for that. I was spending $250 a month in fuel. So this car has paid for itself just in fuel savings alone. So if your daily commute is less than 25 miles, you may never ever buy gas again unless you decide to drive to St. Louis or something like that. But the car functions very well. It runs and drives well. It's actually a shame to get rid of it. I'd like to keep it as a backup just in case something goes wrong with my other one. But this thing's got 165,000 miles on it. I've put close to 5,000 miles of those on it in the last few months. It's been a great car for me, and I have no doubt it'll be a good car for you too. It drives like a regular car, brakes like a regular car. It's just quiet. You actually have to experience it to kind of know what I'm talking about. But it's been a good car for me, and I have no doubts it'd be a good car for someone else as well. So I hope this video helps out.